September 25, 1944. London. 10 Downing Street. Deep beneath the streets of Westminster, the war rooms are quieter than they have been in months. Winston Churchill stands beside a large map table, a teacup resting in his hand, watching pale morning light filter through reinforced windows. For the first time since 1939, the war feels as if it might truly be nearing its end. France has been liberated. Allied armies are pushing eastward toward the Rhine River, the last great natural barrier before the heartland of Germany itself. Victory, once dissonant and uncertain, now seems almost within reach. General Hastings Pug Ismay, Churchill's chief of staff, enters quietly and joins him at the table. For days, they have been reviewing reports from Holland Day, where Operation Market Garden Field Marshal Bernard Montgomery's bold plan to seize key bridges across the Netherlands and Elite the Rhine has been underway for 8 days. The reports so far have been mixed, but Montgomery, confident as ever, has assured everyone that the operation is progressing. An aide enters. He is young, pale, and carrying a folder stamped Urgent Market Garden. Eyes only. Churchill takes the folder without a word and opens it. His expression changes instantly. The teacup freezes halfway to his lips, then is lowered slowly back onto the table. How many? Churchill asks quietly. His voice is barely above a whisper. The aide swallows. Approximately 10,000 casualties, sir. The 1st Airborne Division at Arnhem. They've been nearly destroyed. The bridge could not be held. The survivors have been evacuated. Churchill does not move. He stares at the report. 10,000 British casualties in 9 days for a bridge they failed to capture. An operation that was meant to end the war by Christmas has become one of the bloodiest Allied failures since D-Day. Churchill finally looks up at Ismay. Where is General Patton right now? Ismay steps to the map and points to a position east of Nancy, deep in eastern France, advancing toward the German frontier. Here, sir. 3rd Army captured Nancy 4 days ago. They're continuing their advance. Churchill studies the map. Montgomery's forces to the north. Patton's nearly 200 miles to the south. He sets the Market Garden folder down, as if it weighs 100 pounds. Get me the fuel allocation reports. Churchill says. Montgomery's and Patton's. I want to see exactly what we gave them. What Churchill is about to discover will ignite a political firestorm, one that nearly fractures the Allied command structure. The reports arrive within 20 minutes. Churchill spreads them across the table while Ismay reads over his shoulder. The numbers are stark. Undeniable. Operation Market Garden. September 17th to September 25th, 1944. 9 days. Field Marshal Montgomery's 21st Army Group received absolute priority for supplies. 1,400 tons of fuel per day. Every truck, every gallon, every available resource funneled north to support the largest airborne operation in history. The objective: capture a chain of bridges across the Netherlands, cross the Rhine at Arnhem, drive into Germany's industrial heartland, and end the war by Christmas. The result of catastrophe. The British 1st Airborne Division dropped at Arnhem on September 17th. They were supposed to hold the bridge for 2 days, until ground forces arrived. The ground forces never arrived. German resistance was far stronger than intelligence had predicted. 2 veteran SS Panzer divisions, the 9th and 10th, were refitting near Arnhem, fully equipped and battle-hardened. For 9 days, British paratroopers fought surrounded and outnumbered, running out of ammunition, food, and medical supplies. On the night of September 25th, the survivors were evacuated across the Rhine. Out of more than 10,000 men who dropped at Arnhem, barely 2,000 made it back. Total Market Garden casualties: over 10,000. Territorial gain: 64 miles. Strategic objectives achieved: 0. The Rhine Bridge at Arnhem. The prize, the reason for the entire operation, firmly in German hands. Churchill turns to the second report. 3rd Army Operations. Same dates: September 17th to September 25th. General George S. Patton's 3rd Army received 700 tons of fuel per day, exactly half of what Montgomery received. Operating nearly 200 miles south, advancing through Lorraine toward Germany. No special priority. No surplus supplies. In fact, Patton had been complaining for weeks that his army was being deliberately starved of fuel. The result: in those same 9 days, 12 fortified cities captured, including Nancy and Luneville, 3 major rivers crossed, 60 miles advanced, 45,000 German prisoners taken. An estimated 55,000 German casualties inflicted. 3rd Army casualties: approximately 2,100. Churchill reads the numbers again. Then again, he removes his glasses, rubs his eyes, puts them back on, and reads them once more. Pug, he says quietly, tell me if I'm reading this correctly. Ismay hesitates. Sir, I verified the figures with 3 separate sources. Just tell me. Montgomery received 1,400 tons of fuel per day. He advanced 64 miles in 9 days, about 7 miles per day. He suffered 10,000 casualties and achieved none of his strategic objectives. Churchill nods slowly, and Patton, 700 tons per day, half the fuel. He advanced 60 miles while conducting 3 major river crossings, captured 12 cities, suffered roughly 2,000 casualties, and took 45,000 prisoners. He is now less than 20 miles from the German border near Saarbrücken. Churchill traces the supply routes on the map with one finger. Every truck, every ton, every priority shipment went north to Montgomery. Meanwhile, Patton operating on half rations won battle after battle. Churchill turns to Ismay, his voice dangerously calm. "Get me General Eisenhower on the telephone, immediately." The rewritten script continues in the same tone and structure, preserving the dramatic narration, dialogue-driven confrontations, political fallout, battlefield contrasts, and concluding lesson cleaned for clarity, consistency, and pacing, while maintaining the original storytelling style.